So for today, our topic is about how we perform CBR calculation using an application. Okay, so today's topic will be how we perform CBR calculation using the FreeCBR tool. Okay, so we'll be doing this for today. So how we perform CBR calculation using a FreeCBR tool, and I want you to make note of all the steps that I'll be discussing in this class today, because this will be part of your comprehensive assignments. As I've told you earlier on the first part, you'll be doing some programming and some use of applications here. So in this case, I'll be asking you to perform CBR calculation using free CBR. If you remember, last time we performed the manual calculation of the CBR values. If you remember last time, let me go back with this. We want to predict what would be the condition of patient X of existing cases, and we have a new case. We want to determine, given these attributes, okay, or traits or properties of this patient, we will determine if he is having chronic kidney disease or not, or no, based on the similarity, okay, percentage that we will get from the existing patients. So we will try to check the similarity here. So in this example, I'll be introducing to you a tool, and please make note of the steps. Okay, if you have your notes with you, please write the steps as I go with the discussion. So please make note of all the steps. Okay, even though I'll be also writing them in the Microsoft Word. So in this example, we're trying to calculate using that tool, okay, these cases. So we will be doing that, and then let me introduce to you the tool. So I guess this tool was already uploaded in the Moodle. If not, download it and place it in your desktop. Okay, so this is FreeCBR. This is a software I told you earlier. Okay, so let me just write the steps so that you could follow what are we doing here. So write the steps here. Let me just write a manual here, then later on I'll upload this to you. I'll give a copy of this to you. So using FreeCBR tool. Okay, so for the preparation, okay, so let me just write the steps here so that you will know. Download the zip file from Moodle or from the Microsoft Teams. Okay, Microsoft Teams chat box. Okay, so your lecturer will give a copy of that. To you. Okay, chat box. Okay, let me just magnify this so you will see. Okay, second, verify that Java is installed in your machine. Okay, so to verify that, go to control panel. Okay, let's go to control panel, type it in here, control panel, and then check if this one is installed, Java is installed. Okay, go to programs. Okay, then you have to see that Java is installed. Okay, go to control panels, then programs. Okay, okay, so please verify. So if Java is not installed, download it from I think it's Oracle's website. So you can type it something like this. Go with this, Java download. So you will see it in here. It's in java.com, or you can go with Oracle. Okay, so you could get both, either from here or from this site. Okay, so let's try to go to Oracle tab. Then you could go with the JDK. Okay, so you will see it in here. Okay, so choose your installation, which is Windows. Okay, then take this. Let me just click this link and give it to you. Okay, but if you already installed, let's say if you have NetBeans, in your machine installed, you have NetBeans installed, then no need to install this. Okay, if you have Java NetBeans, or if you have Eclipse installed, then no need to install this one. Okay, if you have those software with you. If not, then you have to download it manually. Okay, and then step 3, extract the folder to your desktop. Okay, for easy access. Let me just write it in here so that you could use it later. Let me just go with here, my lecture, AIT, and let me just write in here manual. Let me just put manual here so that later on I will send it to you. Okay, so let's try to do it, assuming that all the prerequisites were met. So you just have to extract this by right clicking and then extract to free, this one. So you will see a new folder, this one here. Okay, so to use it, you will see some extracted files here, and you will see this one, it says application. Okay, so let me just write it in here. Click the FreeCBR application. Okay, so there is part 1. So for the part 1, when you click this one, say for example this, it will show you an interface like this, a very simple interface, right? It's very plain and simple. Okay, it's very plain and simple. So for the first part, you have to create or declare your case features or attributes. You know this one, right? The one we discussed last time, the case features or attributes. So the step is very simple. You just have to go to feature. Okay, go to feature menu. Let me write it in here. Go to feature menu. Okay, then press add. Okay, so it will ask you to write the name of the new feature. Okay, and then write the name of the feature. Okay, so let us go to the case that we used last time in the whiteboard. This, if you remember this, we'll try to use this. Let me just go back again with this tool. Where is that tool? This one. So let me put it in here so that we could use it. So the first one is case, close parenthesis, patient. Okay. Okay. Just press OK. Then type what kind of values we are going to put here in the case. So we have to write int. Let me just write the step here. Step 7, identify the type of data or variable of each of the feature. Okay. So in this case, we will be selecting integer because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press OK. So you will see that a new column is added in this application. It says case and then patient. Then it has integer here. Okay. And then you just have to repeat. Number 8, repeat steps 5 to 7 to add more feature. Okay. Okay. So you just have to repeat steps 5 to 7 to add more features. So in this example, let's try to add the next feature, which is blood pressure. So you just have to go to feature again, then add, type it, blood pressure, then press OK. It will ask you again what kind of variable or data you are storing on this column. So you just have to select int. Okay, why int? Because we don't have decimal points here. But if the values involve decimal points, then you have to select float. Okay, let's say for example 90.75, 90.6. So you have to choose float instead of integer. But since this column is not having any decimal points, so we could choose integer. Press OK to proceed. Then you will see it in here, blood pressure integer. Next, add the next feature, which is albumin. Okay, press OK. Same thing, it's an integer. Press OK. Likewise, you have to add sugar. Add, then type sugar. Press OK. Then, since it's a number, we have to use integer again. Press OK. How about red blood cells? So for the red blood cells, you have to add it. Type red blood cells. Press OK. And then what kind of data is this? It's string. Obviously, it's a string. So press OK. Then you can now proceed to the next feature, which is anemia. Add. Type anemia. Okay, press anemia. Okay. Anemia is string, so press OK again. Then lastly, we have to write the last feature, which is chronic kidney disease. Chronic kidney disease. Okay, press OK again. It's string in value, so we have now all of these features or traits or attributes in our CBR application. So that's the first part. So the second part, let's now go with part 2, adding cases. Okay, adding cases. So how do we add the cases on our application? Let me just write bold here so that you will know what I am doing. So how about the cases here? Next part will be adding cases. So how to add a case? So go to the application. So go to the application and here, so go with the case and then press add. Okay, go to case and then add. Go to the case menu, then select add. So in here we can now add a new case and then input the values in each column. Okay, so let's begin with the first one. Let me just move it a little bit here so that you will see. Let me just minimize it so that we could see everything. Okay, so go to case and then add. So we have patient 1 here. You just have to type 1. Then here is 90. Then albumin here is 1. Sugar here is 0. The red blood cells is normal. And then anemia is yes. And then chronic disease is also yes. So this is the first case. Okay, so this is the first case. So we can now proceed to the next case, which is patient 2. So go to case and then add. Okay, for patient 2. So it's anemia, so we forgot to write yes here. And then let's now go with the next case, which is patient 2. Patient 2 is having 70. Albumin is 1. And then sugar is 3. And then we have the red blood cells, which is abnormal. So you have to be extra careful with the spellings here, okay? You have to be extra careful with the spellings, because if you will be committing a mistake in the spellings here on the red blood cell column, then it would be interpreted a different way. So it should be normal and abnormal only. You have to check the spelling here, the way you write the spelling. And also here, no. Okay? If you want to use yes, you have to type yes, Y-E-S, of no, then N-O. If you want to use Y, just type Y, and if you want to use no, just N. So, but you have to be consistent with the values you input on each column here. So in this example, yes. Next, let's proceed with the next one, which is patient 4. Let's move it up. Okay. And let me click this app here. Okay, the next one is patient 3. press case add and type here 3. This one is 90. This one is 4. This one is 1. This one is abnormal. This is normal. Sorry. And then this one is yes. And this one is yes. And then let's go to another case, which is 4. And we have here 80. We have here 0. We have here 0. We have here normal. Then anemia is no. Then we have here yes. For 4 we have no. Sorry, it's no. Okay, let me just minimize my screen. It's taking much of this time. Okay, so I hope you can't see my screen properly. Next, let's go with the 5th case, odd. Then you have to type 5 here. This one is what? 4 is no. Okay, and case 5 we have 80, and we have 0. We have here 0. We have here normal. Then we have here no for case 5, and then we have here no. Okay, next let's go with case 6, odd case. Okay, 6. We have here 80. This is 0. This is 0. This is normal. This is no. Okay, and this is also no. So we are done with entering the cases in our CBR database, in our table. So if you will notice, every now and then as you have new cases added to this table, you will keep on adding new rows. Okay, you keep on adding new case here. Okay, so expect as time goes by, this table will be filled up with plenty of rows. Okay, then our CBR becomes more intelligent as time goes by, because we put a lot of information here to do the comparisons. So this is very simple. Let's now proceed to the next part. Let's go with part 3. So let's go with finding cases. Okay, or finding cases for similarity. Okay, so this is the next part. If you will see, the software is very easy to use. It's not that complicated for you to study and to use. It's very plain and simple. So let's say, for example, we want to find a new case. Okay, you're going to find a case. So you just have to go to case and then find case. Let me just write the step. Go to case menu, then select find case. Okay, so just go to this case and then find case. Okay, so you will see a new window. Okay, you will see a new window here. So you will see there are columns. I hope you can't see it clearly in my screen. We have these columns. It says feature name, data type, weight. You see we have the weights here, right? So you could you could input all the weights here. And then we have the scale, we have the term, okay? So you could replace all of this weight into one because all of them are equal. So later we will try the dam example that we calculated last time. One here, one here, one here, all of them are one. Then we have one here, okay? So all the weights are one in this example. And you can now try to input the values here. So let me just write the steps here. Change the weight value of each feature if required, okay? If required. If not, then just leave it. Actually, that value here a while ago, the 5, you can leave them as it is. No, if it is 5, it's fine. Because no matter what value you write in here, even if it's 10, it's 1, it's 2, as long as all the features have the equal weights, then they will be calculated equally, okay? No matter what value you place here in the weight. It could be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, or 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 here. It doesn't matter at all because they have equal weights. But for special cases wherein you have to specify the weights, say for example in the case of the dam experiments that we have, the dam case study that we calculated last time, I think soy and pecan, they have weights of 2, right? So you have to change the values here. And then next, you can change the scale, okay, into fuzzy linear, fuzzy logarithmic, flat, and strict. So we have these characteristics here. We have fuzzy linear, fuzzy logarithmic, flat, and strict. So the one we used in the class last time, the formula that we used in the class last time is actually following the fuzzy logarithmic. Okay, we're using the fuzzy logarithmic, the one we use in the class. Later we will try to demonstrate what will be the output of each of this scale, okay? Let us see what will be the output of fuzzy linear, fuzzy logarithmic, the flat, and the strict. We will see later on. But in the class, the one we used in the class was actually the fuzzy logarithmic. So likewise, we'll be using this one in our example here. So going back to the case that we have earlier, let me just minimize this. Okay, going back here. So case X, okay, our new subject. So you just have to leave this search value here, okay, because we don't care about here. We are only searching this blood pressure. We're calculating the blood pressure, the albumin, the sugar, the red blood cells, the anemia, and all of this. So you have to keep case, patient, and chronic kidney to be blank, okay, empty. Don't put anything in here. Only the values for blood pressure, albumin, sugar, red blood cells, and anemia. You have to supply values on here. In this example, we have 75. And then we have 1 here. Then we have 1 here. And we have the red blood cells, which is normal. So you have to type normal here. And then you have to type here no. So you'll try to determine later, okay, we'll try to determine later if which case or patient is similar to this, okay? So if you're done with the values you've entered, you can press OK. Let me just type the steps here. Change the scale if required. In our examples, we will be using fuzzy logarithmic. Okay, logarithmic. So anyways, you will see later on the output as we change with this, and then change the value for the search value. Okay, so that's step number 14. Supply the value for the search value column. Okay, column, then press OK. So after this, just press OK. You will see here. Okay, have you noticed the values? Look at this. It says we have patient 6, 5, and 4, which is 89, 89, 89. Okay, so they are very similar to our input, which is 75, 1, 1, 1. Case or patient 6, 5, and 4 has 89% hit or similarity with our results here. If you will notice. So if we will look at the computation that we made last time. Okay, so in our computation we made last time, we said that patient X has no chronic kidney disease based on similarity of cases with patient 4, 5, and 6. This was our conclusion last time, if you remember, right? Similarity of cases for patient 4, 5, 6. So if you will see 4, 5, 6, they have 83%, 83%, 83%, right? So same here, it provides the same value. Cases 4, 5, 6 are also similar with the new case. But if you will look at it, the value returned here is 89.13. Correct? The value was 89.13 for cases 4, 5, 6. Nevertheless, you will see that the manual calculation returned the same decision as the software here. So in our manual calculation, we found out that patients 4, 5, 6 have the same case as patient X. So same here. So if you will see, only the values have slight differences with our manual calculation. In our manual calculation, we have 83.3%. Here we have 89.13%. So let's try to experiment and try to change the algorithm used or the method used in the calculation. So instead of using fuzzy linear, we will try to use the other one, which is fuzzy logarithmic. Okay. Let's try to change fuzzy logarithmic. And let's see what will be the output if you will be changing the methodology or the scale into fuzzy logarithmic. When I press OK here, it says same result. It says in here cases 4, 5, 6 with 83.32% similarity or 83.3. So which is similar to our calculation in the manual. Have you noticed? In the manual calculation, we have 83.3 for cases 4, 5, 6, which is correct with our software here. 83.3, 83.3, 83.3 here. And you will see same here, case 2 is having 50%. Have you noticed here in our calculation here? And we have the other ones. So if you will see, you can do the calculation here and you can compare it with your manual calculation. So you will see it will give you almost the same values. What if we chose a different scale? Let's see what happens. Okay, if we go with flat, what will happen to the output? Press OK. So you will see in the flat, all of them, they have the same values, right? So flat in this way cannot be used in this example because it will return us all the values same. How about the other one, which is strict? Let's see what happens if the comparison is if the scale is strict. So when you use strict, no result will be returned to you because there is no case which is exactly the same 100% with case X, right? So that's why we cannot use this two scale, which is strict and flat. So in this case we have two options, which is fuzzy linear and fuzzy logarithmic. Okay, because you have to understand in this case we cannot apply strict and flat because our cases are not exactly the same. There are no cases which are exactly 100% the same. So in this case you cannot use the two scales. So you can either select fuzzy linear or fuzzy logarithmic because there is overlapping or sometimes slight similarity or similarities with our cases. So you will see our manual computation is almost the same, or I could say the same with the results of our software here. Now, after you did this calculation, you should now retain the value, the new case, into our database. So we can conclude based on this calculation that patient X has no chronic kidney disease based on the similarity of cases. So following the retain phase of CBR, we have to retain this information of patient X to the table. So we have to add it as a new case. In this case, we have to add now a new case, which is in this example, we will be adding patient X in our database as part of the retain phase of CBR. Okay? So in this case now, we will be adding this case as a new case in our CBR. Add, and then you have to write patient X will now become patient 7. Okay, and then we have to put in here the values, which is 75. Then we have to put in here 1. Then we have to put in here 1 also. Then we have to write in here normal. And then we have to write in here anemia is no. Chronic disease is no. Okay? So it means now, after solving the case for patient X, which is now patient 7, we identified that patient 7 has no chronic kidney disease because of the similarity with case 4, 5, and 6. We can now retain this information to our database and change the chronic here, the question marks here, into no and add it into our database. Okay. Now let's say for example we have a new case. Let's say for example we have a new case here. Okay, there is patient X, which is patient 8. So patient 8 now will be having a new value. Let's say for example patient 8 is having blood pressure of 100. Okay, and then albumin is, let's say for example, 2, and then the sugar level, let's say for example it's 2. Okay, and then red blood cells is normal, and then anemia is yes. So what do you think would be the case of this new patient, which is our patient X here, right? So what will be now the case for patient X? Is patient X having kidney disease or not? So again, change your scale here into fuzzy logarithmic, fuzzy logarithmic, fuzzy logarithmic. Okay, fuzzy logarithmic here, fuzzy logarithmic, and fuzzy logarithmic. And then press OK. Let's see what happens. So the new case, which is patient 8 in the future, is 74% similar with patient 3, which is, it says yes. Okay, so 74.74% goes to patient 3. So it means that our new patient, which is patient 8, is having the same case as patient 3, which is yes, meaning this new patient is having chronic kidney disease. So we could mark here yes. So since the information is here, so you could add this as a new case again in your database and use it in the future as the basis for comparison. If you will notice, my friends, when we added the new case, the values for the calculation, the result of the calculation also changed, right? If you will see, it becomes 74, 72, 41, 41, something like this. So the values change because we are now increasing the number of rows in our database. Thus, similarity calculations will be changing also because of the new record we added in our CBR system. So this is how we do it in the application. If you're done with this, you could save your work. You could save this by going to File and Save. Okay, so you could save it. So you could save this one as, let's go with the desktop. Let's call this chronic disease. Okay, CBR. This is CBR. Okay, and you can save it in the desktop, then save. So here goes your project. It says chronic disease .cbr. Okay, so this is the file now. So in the future you can open it, you can use it. Okay, so you can again open this one and then File, Open, and go with the one you saved in the desktop, then try to open it. So where is that one? Chronic disease CBR, then open it. So it's here, it's still here. Okay, so you could revisit it and do it later. So let's try to calculate this. Okay, so let's just have to look at the example that we had last time. Where is that one? Okay, this. Let's try to get this. Okay, so let's try to use this as an example. Let's see what would be the result of our calculation. So let's go again with CBR, FreeCBR. Open it, click it, and then let's go with this, the whiteboard. So let me just take it, put in the top. Okay, let's try to do it. Okay, let's try to do it. So same steps, add feature, add. In this case we have to write day, then integer. Okay, and another feature, let's add dam level. Okay, press OK. Then let's go with pahang. So it's float. Okay, you have to remember it's having decimal points, so it should be float. Okay, here then add another feature which is pahang. So again it's float. And then let's go with the other feature which is soy. Press OK, then go with float. And we have pecan. And press OK, go with float. Okay, here. Then we have gambang. Okay, add, which is, oh sorry, feature. Let me go with add. The name is gambang. The value of gambang is float, right? And then gate, add. Let's go with the gate here. Gate is string, right? Open and close only. Okay, good. So after doing this, I can now add the values for day 1. Then for dam level of day 1 is 0.904. And we have pahang 0.685. Then we have, what is this? This is a calculation, right? I'm wrong with this. So let me go with the example here. Not this one. We have to use this given here, this one. Sorry for that. I made a mistake. Okay, so this one is 29.26. Pahang is 11.06. Soy is 30.40. Pecan is 15.99. Gambang is 23. Gate condition is open. We have to open the gate. Then we could add another case add, which is case 2. So here is 28.99. This one is 13.09. Then we have 29.01. Then we have 17.09. We have 20.99. Then gate condition is close. So we could add a new case, add day 3. What happens? 29.50 the level of water, 12.89 for Pahang River, and we have 20.99 for soy, and we have 21.99 for pecan, and then 21.09 for gambang, and then gate is close. And we have to add another case, which is day 4. For here, you have to type 27.01, 10.11, 27.89, 11.09. We have 19.22, and then here it says open. Okay, so these are now our cases, and let's try to find out if what happens on day 5. So this is our new case here, but what are the weights given for this? If you remember on the example that we have, which dam is having a higher weightage? So let me just get this. Let me just copy this one and place it here in this example. Okay, let me just put it here. So what happens to the gate if these are the weights? Okay, let's see what happens. So let me just go back with this software. Okay, so I'll go with case, find the case. So again, I have to change the weight. The dam water level will be having a weight of the day has no weight, so you just have to write 0 here. Dam level has 1, so let's just have to write 1 here. Okay, it might give a mistake later on. Pahang is having weight of 2, soy is 1, pecan is having a weight of 2, and then gambang is 1. Let me just have to write 1 here. Okay, so let's change the scale to logarithmic, all of it. Okay, logarithmic, good. And then we have to search the values. In this case, let's search the values. 29 point day, we have to put the day blank, sorry. Then for the dam level, we have to input dam level of 29.5. And then we have Pahang to be 12, Soy to be 20, Pekan to be 22, then Gambang should be 20. Okay, so let's see what would be the result of the calculation. So it says 86.34 or 35% goes to day 3. Okay, so we will follow day 3. Day 3 is closed. So according to this calculation, day 5 should follow the same gate condition specified in day 3. So in day 3 the gate was closed, so in day 5 the gate should also be closed to avoid the accident of in the dam. So let's try to compare our previous results with this. If you did the right calculation last time, you can go with the global results. Where is that one? So it says choosing let's say, what is that one? We're going to close the gate because it's similar to day 3. So same here in our calculation, which is 85.9. But let us see if it was similar. So it says 86.34, right? Which is for dam for day 3. So which is actually correct here. We have day 3. We selected day 3, but the calculation gave us the result of 85.9. But here we have 86.34. So values are near. Not much differences that you will get. The values are nearer to each other, so not much difference is there. So getting this calculation, we will be able to determine if the gates will be closed or opened based on the similarity or similarities that exist with the previous cases. Okay, so let us just try to change the day here to 0 because it has no weight, and the gate has no weight. Let's see what happens if we change this. So same thing, we have 84.80, 84 point something here. So likewise the values are somewhat the same. So not much differences. Okay, so far this is how you will use the FreeCBR for the calculation. And thank you so much for your time for attending this today's class. Thank you so much, and masalam.